Here we go. We're back in the garage. Martin's in the house, working on this old Honda. We're checking timing. We're checking valve clearance. And we're just checking the Dynatec ignition. We're actually re-educating ourselves. Martin says the last time he worked on a Honda 750 was in 1975. How long ago was that? I don't freaking know.
It was 25, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48 years.
Oh my God, and we're trying to go by memory.
Yeah.
So
who's losing his memory.
We're having issues. Let me turn it around and show you what we're working on.
That's why I brought a manual.
Absolutely.
No matter what bike you're working on, you have to have a manual and do what the manual tells you.
Exactly.
Because that's the way you get your bike set up properly.
Perfect.
Working every time.
Yeah. Let's turn it around and see what we're working on.
Well,
all right.
While I'm showing you, there it is.
Yeah, look at that. That's the picture he was looking for. Oh, 1 and 4, and the slot in the cam is up.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's where it's supposed to be.
That's what we got right here, right now.
1 and 4. Yeah, but yeah, that's on 1 and 4.
And then you got to go down here and make sure that's on 1 and 4 line.
Yeah. Here, wait a second. There, shine it in now.
Yeah. That's in there.
See the little arrow right at the top?
Yeah.
And then the 1 and 4 mark is down below that.
So that's what we're up to.
Now,
we're timing this thing.
I'm pretty sure this one must be 1 and 4 because that one's free and that one's free.
Right on. So that's what we're supposed to be.
That's where it's supposed to be.
We're not even 100% sure about the chain, if it's in the right position. But one step at a time. We got the cover off.
No, I think the chain is okay.
Anyways.
Because we got this here set here and this set down there, the chain should be okay.
Right on. All right, we'll stop for now. Well, here we go. Thanks to Martin for stopping by yesterday. We got the cover put back on the engine, the cam cover. But like he said, we did find something, or I didn't notice something. He showed me a picture of the end of the cam, and there's a little slot in it. It's page 88 in this manual. Right there, bingo bimbo, right there. So you can see that. So the end of the cam, there's like a little keyway, and that's got to go straight up and down when it's on top dead center number 1. If that's not the case, then it ain't going to work. So I'm in the process of I got to take the plugs out of it again and pull the wires, take the plugs out, take all the bolts, loosen all the bolts, and take that cam cover off again, because I want to check out the cam sprocket, the cam chain sprocket. You know, the guy I got this thing off of, Greg, he said to me multiple times that, you know, you might have the static timing right, you might have everything right, but if that cam chain sprocket is 1 degree out, it's going to be a no-go. So I remember yesterday pointing it out, that the keyway on that end of that cam wasn't perfectly at 12 o'clock. It was a little bit before or after, whichever way. That's not correct. Anyways, I'll tell you another thing too. Look at this old chopper. Yeah. So I got some pretty cool kids in Edmonton, Alberta, watching my videos before they go to school. And like I told their mother, it warms my heart to know that they're taking the time to watch my stuff. I might have swore a couple times, Sorry. That won't happen again. I got to remember my audience could be of all kinds of different ages, and being not being vulgar demands respect, and I hope that's what I'm getting, and I will respect you also and not do that. So Sophia, Ava, Jordana, Eli, and Nash out in Edmonton, Alberta, get your homework done. Get your chores done. And jump on YouTube and check me out. Thanks for watching. I'm telling you, it makes me smile and it makes me very happy. Thanks for that, you guys. You 5 cool kids in Edmonton, Alberta. And Jamie the mom, thanks a lot. It's awesome. Anyways, we'll add some more to this after I get this open, but I didn't want to go any further and not do that mention. Thanks a lot, you guys, and we'll check you again soon when I got that apart, and maybe get some answers. I don't know. All right, so here we go. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the ignition system. This is a Dynatech ignition. It's got 2 magnetic magnets. One's for cylinders 2 and 3, and one's for cylinders 1 and 4. It's on the timing mark right now. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's on the T of 1 and 4, and it's right on the line. 100% right on the line. It is bang on. So then you come up here and you look at the end of the camshaft. That slot should be absolutely perpendicular to the line, to the cap, the gap on the cap. That to me looks like that little keyway is just before 12 o'clock. And this could cause me great grief. I bought the bike, like I said, off of Greg, and he said, check the cam sprocket. Cam chain sprocket, which is right there. And you can see there's a bolt. There's a bolt right there, and there's a bolt probably a little further down. So you can loosen that bolt and you can rotate that sprocket back a little bit. Then the cam can get rotated to bring that keyway to 12 o'clock, which it is not 12 o'clock. I can see that. Can you see that? I think this is my issue. 100% my issue. So you can look in the book. I'll show you the picture in the book. Page 88. I just read the chapter on it. Starting at number 4. Time the valves by setting the number 1 and number 4 cylinders to top dead center, TDC. Align the T of 1 and 4 to the mark on the spark advance under the breaker points with the index mark. Done it. Put the sprocket on the camshaft and run the chain. Blah, 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 blah. Put the camshaft in the holder. Align the timing line on the shaft end so it is parallel with the horizontal surface of the holder. The key groove should be at 12 o'clock. Here's an example of it. Mine is not at 12 o'clock. I'm like 3 minutes to 12 is my guess. That line, that notch. There's no horizontal line in the camshaft, but that keyway notch is not at 12 o'clock. So, let me turn it around and finish up this video. All right. So, all the cool kids out in Edmonton. So this is an issue. This is an issue. I'm not going to move that. I'm going to try to figure out how to move that sprocket back a little bit, or I want to roll this cam to get that to 12 o'clock. And the only way I can do that is to loosen the bolts on that sprocket that holds that the chain is on. Once I rotate that to 12, I could tighten the bolts up on the sprocket. I'm telling you, it's like my buddy Joey said, you know, I said I want to pay somebody to do this. He said, but you'll have no satisfaction that you learned it yourself and you figured it out. I'm telling you, I laid in bed last night. I wasn't reading a novel. I was reading a frickin' manual on how to time these Honda engines in bed. It's quite a life, isn't it? But anyways, it's about knowledge. It's about keeping the head straight. Working on stuff. That's why I'm doing these videos. I'm trying to get people to get out and start working on stuff. I think it might help. It might be encouraging people to do it. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to loosen that off, and I'm going to turn that cam, and I'm going to put that at 12 o'clock. I know I already said it. I'm repeating myself. Some of my subscribers say, don't say sorry. Just keep talking. All right. We're talking. It makes so much sense because it's just barely almost there. It's almost running perfect. It's just, and I thought carburetors, but this 1 or 2 degree off could absolutely explain a lot of things. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to stop the video, and I don't know, I might move it. I might talk to Martin first and get his opinion. Like he said, he's an old Honda guy, and I think we got an issue. But anyways, we'll be back. See you, Edmonton. So I'm not a brain scientist, but I undid the bolts on that sprocket, that cam chain sprocket. Say that 5 times fast. I undid the bolts. They're loose. I tried to rotate the cam, but it wouldn't go, wouldn't move. And I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing that the number 2 cylinder exhaust valve, it's coming up on the lobe. So there's pressure on that spring, number 2 exhaust, and number 3 intake is coming up on the lobe, and it's got pressure on that spring. So with my limited knowledge, I'm going to say that I got to let go of that adjuster and get the pressure off this arm from this spring, because this is coming up on the lobe, on the cam. So it's pushing down on the spring. So there's pressure on that lobe. That's why I can't turn the shaft. I only got to turn it a hair. So I think I got to back that off. Back off number 3 intake. Get the pressure off the lobe. Then I can rotate that cam a hair to get that keyway in the right position. Right? Right. I don't know what I'm doing. Just saying. I just got to make a little correction video. So I was talking about letting go of the adjusters on the tappet so I could get the pressure off the lever that the lobe was pushing down on the spring, right? Because the lobe was coming up. And I thought by loosening up the adjustment, I could get the tension off the spring, but that didn't work. I did loosen them, but I noticed it didn't do a damn thing because the lever's pushing down on the spring because the lobe is coming up on the other. It's like a teeter-totter. So what I did was I loosened up the sprocket. I put my wrench on the crank because I knew my sprocket, I knew my cam had to go forward. So what I did was I loosened up the sprocket and I took my wrench and I backed the crankshaft backwards a friggin' hair, 2 hairs. Then I tightened up the sprocket on the cam, and then I rotated the crank to get back on the number 1 and 4, and the friggin' cam was perfect. The cam was 12 o'clock. So just to correct myself, I'll insert this video after I did that little talk about the adjustment, loosening up the tappet, which is wrong. It won't work that way because it's the lever's pushing down on the cam, is rolling it up and the lever's pushing down. So letting it go might have moved the spring a hair, but didn't move it enough. So there you go. Sorry about that, but I figured that out. Well, what does that look like? That looks straight up and down, doesn't it? And it's on top dead center number 1 and 4. And the sprocket is tight. I just tightened it. I freaking did it. Now all I got to do is adjust up number 2 and number 3 valves, which I did yesterday with Martin, so that shouldn't be that hard. Just got to rotate this, get it on number 2 and 3, figure out which one it's on, 2 or 3, because it'll go another time around, and get the 3 thou on the exhaust, 2 thou on the intake, the clearance. Right on. All right, I'm going to do some more. Well. Anyways, hasn't been staged. I haven't tried anything. I just put the tank on it. I just put some gas in it. Gas is now on, running through the filter. Guess that's good. Yes, I did some changes to the valve train. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it made sense to me what I did. You watched it all, so anyways, here we go. The choke is on, if that's what they call it on these Hondas. Martin said 1 squirt. There you go, 1 squirt. Choke is on. It's on charge. It's got lots of juice. So here we go. What do you think? Think it's gonna go? I sure friggin' hope it does. I really do. Or it explodes. All right, here we go. Try it again. I don't smell any gas for one thing. Let's do the old squirt in the carburetor trick that I used to do. It's been a long time since this has been going, so let's see what the old little carb cleaner. I know some people are probably yelling, don't do it, don't do it. Well, anyways, it's a little carb cleaner. It ain't gonna hurt anything, really, I don't think. Roll the throttle. See what that does. Who knows? Who knows? All right, here we go. Okay. Shit. Well, it's running. definitely different. I think what I did was a good thing. I think it's closer. I think it's closer. I think it's almost rideable, to tell you the truth. She's a little gassy in here. It likes to run on the choke. So carbs might be lean, I guess. Maybe. I got another set of carbs somewheres. I don't even know if I'm in the picture, but all right, let's get this posted so people can know what's going on. You know who I'm saying hi to. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll there'll be some more. There'll be some more. Maybe I'll work on kicking that thing over. Anyways, this is a lot better. A lot better. I like what I did. I think it's bang on. It's like Martin said, you got to have a good baseline because you build on the baseline. Everything you do builds on the baseline. And I think our baseline is bang on. All right. Thanks for watching. God, it's blue in here. Holy shit.